Hey, what's up? You know how it's said some things are left are best left unsaid, um, and you gotta be able to determine what those things are. And I've left this unsaid for a bit. I'm reminded of a my favorite pastor, one of my favorite pastors, Dr. Alton Tomlin, rejoice in heaven, Dr. Tomlin. He said from the pulpit one Sunday, distinctly said, Jesus is neither Democrat nor Republican. And I was quite moved by that. I'll tell you, I'm intrigued by the number of us evangelicals who are more inclined to evangelize Donald Trump than they are Jesus Christ, to evangelize the Republican Party than they are Jesus Christ. And that is troublesome to me. Um, and, you know, one might be thinking, well, you know, I'm assuming Christ is more Republican than he is Democrat. And when I do a soft research to kind of figure out why that might be, and it is primarily because there is a consideration that the Democrats are too liberal to be um, to be the kind that Christ would be aligned with, and that's not my my point today necessarily, except that it is that one of the things that is a challenge with or seem to be a challenge with the Democratic Party. It stands on the abortion and pro-life versus pro-choice. And take this, I am as pro-life as they come, right? In fact, I'm so pro-life that I'm extreme. I'm extreme in that I don't, while most evangelicals that I've met, I've conversed with, um, will say it is okay if a woman is raped for her to abort the child. I feel otherwise. No, I'm not the woman carrying the baby. It's not my body being changed, etc., etc. But I feel otherwise because I do believe that a woman who is raped um, um, has a definitely has a right to make a choice what is right for her. But this point is not about her; it's about the baby. What's right for the baby? That is a life at conception. The individual that raped this woman, he's the one that deserves um, capital punishment, not the baby, right? So it is my belief that the baby has no choice in this. So those of us who are um, on this side of birth have the right then to protect the life of that child, but not the right to make the choice for the woman. That's her choice, however, because God created us, liberated us, hence liberal, so that we can make choice, make the right choices. Um, and so my point is I believe the baby should be brought into existence, into life, into the world, because the baby did not commit a crime. And the other conversation is um, most of the pro-lifers, as we know them to be here, is um, if a woman, if a woman's life is at risk, then it's okay to abort the child, aka abort the child. This again is killing the child, and in my mind, what this is you taking the taking really acting as God in this case. Um, if you believe in Christ Jesus, you believe in his abilities to heal. And therefore, whose decision is it that the child gets to die because otherwise the mom's going to die? Is that your decision or is that God's decision? So I do take offense to that, if you will. I am that pro-life. Now let's continue talking about pro-life. Pro-life doesn't really, is not really about the baby's life being protected until birth, and then we walk away. Pro life is from conception, taking care of that child through its life. What does that look like? Mom is troubled. The mom is in pain. She finds out she's pregnant. The father is not available. The father is not around. The father, whatever reason, the woman is troubled. The father is around. He too is troubled. And they decide, let's abort the child. Again, their choice. However, one of the reasons why they choose to do that is because they do not feel there is hope. They do not feel there's hope, and therefore this is one of the challenges that I have, and one of the things that I appreciate about socialism coupled with capitalism. Okay, the ability, the capitalism is in that is such that we can create wealth. Um, but also important that we can share that wealth to those who are not in a place where they can create it. So we need to be able to provide healthcare. Healthcare is a basic is a basic human need. So to be able to provide healthcare to those who are not able to do that themselves, in addition, pro- providing some prenatal care and providing postnatal care, if you will, and then and throughout that person's life, allowing that person, if the person is not able to provide for himself, provide health care, education. In my mind, another basic human need. If you provide health education for someone, ultimately that person will be able to provide for himself and be able to compete in this capitalist society. I am pro-capitalist, and so that is my take on pro-life. It's protecting one's life not just during pregnancy, but throughout, giving hope to mom and dads who do not see hope at the point of finding out that this lady is pregnant. Um, and it's not giving up on the life once it's birthed. Pro-life again is taking care of life to the extent. That's what Christ is about. That's who Jesus is. He calls us to be pro-life, and that's where we fail. We believe that we are pro-life because we're saying do not have abortion, but yet when the child is born, it's now you fend for yourself. It's all about you, mom and dad, or and so it's so important that we challenge ourselves to make sure that we're not putting God in a box, but we are living like Christ calls us to live, which is to be there for each other, to respect each other as well, to challenge, and to teach. So that's my what I'm wanting to say today as I think of that pastor that said God is neither Democrat nor Republican. So let's just live.